Thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to visit with you. It starts with the Transportation Trust Fund, obviously, which is the dedicated pennies that go for highway maintenance and construction and what's fallen behind, as you point out, over the years. The legislature did something this session that was pretty good, in that they finally recognized that you can't keep dipping into that trust fund for state police and for other alleged priorities. Highways have got to be the priority. Repairs have got to be the priority. It was about $60 million to state police coming out for traffic control. That's the constitutional language that says they get a share of the money. But it's fluctuated back and forth, and it's been too much. And there have been other intrusions on that constitutionally dedicated fund. So we've got to start with making certain that the dollars that are constitutionally dedicated in that fund go to help fix and repair roads. Secondly, and this is the first point of attack to make the situation better, we need to redo the capital outlay policies of Louisiana. Right now we have a capital outlay program in the state. The legislature enacts every year HB 2, which is a capital outlay bill. It includes billions and billions of dollars of projects on a wish list, some in various states of completion, projection, and what have you. It's then left to the governor to decide which of those projects goes to the State Bond Commission to actually get funded during the course of a fiscal year. There is a limit on debt in Louisiana, thank goodness. It's been a constitutional limit for some time now, so you can only do X number of projects to hit that limit. It varies. It's anywhere from, start out at being about $200 million, and now it's upwards of $300 million to go forward out of $1 billion worth of projects and various priorities. Capital outlay needs to be restructured in the way it's handled. The legislature, I think, and I'm a creature of the legislature, I was in the Senate for 15 years, ought to have more say in setting priorities that actually are going to go to fruition instead of leaving it exclusively to the governor. It's been used as a carrot and a stick, and it's been used as a reward in many cases for legislators for voting particular ways or not voting particular ways. In various projects that are in various stages of completion, somehow leapfrog to the top of the list. The capital outlay bill needs to increase the number of projects that are dedicated to highways and bridges and on an immediate basis. That means there's going to be a little bit less construction of buildings for either public needs, nonprofit needs that are always included somehow in the capital outlay bill. If roads are really a priority, let's take a big chunk of our bonded indebtedness every year, a bigger chunk, and make it go for highway and road improvements. That's the first step, I think, toward addressing that issue. Down the road, we're going to have a serious discussion, and I'm not sure what the answer is right now, of what we do about the gas tax. It's based upon consumption, and as we all know, cars take less gasoline now, and there's absolutely no way that that 4-cent gas tax has been able to keep up with inflation, and the demand keeps rising, and the funds are getting scarcer and scarcer. We're still paying on the timed program, the other 4 cents that's been dedicated to particular projects for 25 plus years. We still have a couple of those that are not even finished yet that we continue to use that timed money to pay based upon the obligation set forth in the Constitution when the people voted for that. So we have to have a discussion in this state about whether we want another timed program, which was key to economic development. It wasn't key to where the real road necessities were. So I want to have a discussion about, do we have another timed program? Do we consider some additional gasoline tax that would be constitutionally dedicated to go to highway maintenance and prevention? We also have to be aware of the fact that the feds tax gasoline the same way on consumption. There's always a discussion as to whether they're going to raise the gasoline tax in order to provide more of the federal dollars that come for highways. There's also been some discussion that I think we ought to have about letting locals on their own raise gasoline taxes from parish to parish. And that's a discussion we need to have, but all that rolls into a question of whether or not there's going to be additional income.